Welcome back to the Project Zomboid Van Down by the River series. We got the van, and we're by the river. We're actually inside of the van right now. We could get out of the van, but I'm just enjoying the creature comforts of home right now. I've got a little bit of organization to do here on the van, but I want to show you what progress I've made so far. I got everything out of the police station, and I did let a little bit of time pass. We're on day 12 of survival now, but we've got 14 boxes at the very least of these shotgun shells. And I also did find a Bushmaster XM15 and an M16 over here. So I've got magazines for these things. We did manage to find beta blockers on one of the bodies, and we're extremely tired because I spent the entire day moving ammunition into the van. Literally everything in here is just covered in ammunition, so it's a bit of a dizzying array, but I also dismantled things and put things away into these boxes, so I feel a little sketchy sleeping in this van, but I think I'm going to anyway. I'm also losing weight, and I'm getting dangerously low on that. I want to explore the town for some more shells, and maybe upgrade our defense. I don't want to play as a nomad. I want to hold down a fort if I can until the very last minute. And get our character, fed and a bit stronger before what comes next. Again, we are streaming this, so I think I am. I just turned off notifications for a second, but I am going to turn those back on. Here is our amazing van. And we aren't even really using up the trunk space yet, but we are parked nearby the police station. I'm actually getting a little bit of stutter right here. Just I guess, a bit of area loading when we're loading so much of the map at once. Zavasix, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. I do appreciate that. And the sub. As well as to Biscuit for the and Arcav for the subs. I do appreciate that. Anyway, so we didn't really hold out too well in the police station, but I enjoyed it for the kind of last stand defense that it was. I believe that's 2 nights ago now, because time is starting to pass by pretty fast. We might end up holding up in here tonight, but I've pretty much taken everything out that I'm going to need. There's nothing left in here. It was kind of boring just ferrying a lot of items there. I don't really feel like looking through all those corpses. We got all the stuff that really mattered the last time. I guess I could cut up leather if I wanted to. But yeah, here I am. This did work, this car thing, but I couldn't bug through that the other night. Mikey, thank you very much for the sub. And Peck and Woof. Or, I guess, Woof. But let's go ahead and check out what we've actually seen so far. So we did find that RV. I'm not really too keen on going to Westpoint because I know it's going to be pretty heavily populated. I think I just kind of want to drive either the pickup truck or... Well, I guess we've pretty much just got the RV at this point and go along this way. I need to find food, guys. My character is getting very weak, and I think he should be fine for the next HordeNight in a firefight. I might have to do a bit more barricading, but it really... The main thing that he needs is just... He needs to be able to carry the shells, and at this very underweight state, we went back down to 62 kg because I just spent days carrying stuff around. So now I have kind of dug myself into a hole again. So here I am, but fortunately, this area has been cleared out, and I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic about the future. Apparently, this package of candy has 500 calories worth of mints in it, so I think I will begin there. Just eating 5 lollipops in front of you. Another thing I did was, I wish that there were an easier way to do this, but I started sorting my inventory by category. I think that you need to do this, all the time. Whenever you load up the game, you need to resort by category, because that just makes so much more sense, because then it puts with rather than whatever it is. Alphabetical order? Is there an order of encumbrance? But, yeah, I'm more of a fan of the Neo Scavenger inventory system. I think if they could bring something like that into Zomboid, where you had that kind of Resident Evil item rotation, it might get a little bit overcomplicated, but if they could find a way to make it accessible for power users, just because there is a lot of inventory transfer, and you don't always have that much time to sort through items. Maybe there could be an auto sort or an optional menu thing, or they could test it out. I don't know. I think that'd be nice or interesting, because I don't know, I'm just a fan of suggesting various features that probably won't get implemented. But maybe they will, and on that off chance, I take great comfort in my own in my own lack of competence. Anyway, what else did we find? Oh, yeah, I found a few more hatchets in the top of that police station. I was kind of surprised. I didn't expect to find any more of those at this point. But, yeah, I mean, those are going to be pretty useful because then we could break up the visibility where we're going. I think I'm just going to throw that in there. More water bottles. Actually, more water bottles never hurt. They're just very heavy to carry around. I'm pretty much going to be eating all of the food that I find as well. So I figure let's just scavenge through. Wow, look, it's very foggy. Has anyone ever seen fog before? I didn't think so. Silence. Just total silence. Neo Scavenger Neo Scavenger was indeed a very right game. It was... I don't really want to drive in this. Like, the weather is... This is Silent Hill, guys. I'm sad that I'm going to lose so much of the daytime to this, but I guess we could drive in it. I think I might bump into stuff, though. Like, this is the pain I experienced to really become a great survivor. Oh, yeah, also, too, I guess I'll just show off a little bit more of my organization while I'm around here. I kind of want to load some of these things up. This is kind of cool, so I'm going to do a little bit of this over here. Can I load these even without the gun in my inventory? Okay, so are all these magazines full? 30 out of 30, 0 out of 30, 0 out of 30. So can I actually... Yeah. That's actually kind of neat. You don't even need the gun in your inventory to load up the magazines. That's great. Okay, good. This is very realistic. I would consider that. But yeah, we did find a bunch of 5.56, and more of it's in canisters. I just want to minimize the, like, kind of fumbling around for ammunition when we do hit a HordeNight. So, no bullets found, so we got to open up another box of those. I do believe we have some more over here, right? Don't we? 5.56 over here, yeah. So we have a whole canister. It would have been nice if I could, well, you know what I want to do with that. Because we have to put it on the floor and take it out and, like, basically play with it, you know. Here we go, 26 boxes of these things, jeez. Okay, so what is it? It's 1, and we've got, how many bullets in one? 20 bullets in it. Okay, so we actually are going to need to open up multiple boxes in order to fit them into one, whatchamacallit, magazine. Yeah, so we got only 2/3 of that one. 20 out of 30. Okay. I mean, maybe it's not the most exciting thing to you, but at the same time, I find simple activities like this very calming in this game. Now, this is a great way to up our reloading speed. Like, maybe not as useful for grabbing magazines and, you know, shoving bullets into them as we go. But look at how quickly that goes up. 32, 37 out of 1,500. I mean, we'll get faster in no time. And that is useful for the shotgun, because the shotgun, we do have to reload on the fly. But hopefully, the 5.56 mags, we could just, like, kind of, we could leave those there. Anyway, I kind of want to, like I said, minimize the fumbling, so I did that now. And then maybe now the fog will have cleared up when we go back outside. It doesn't really look like it. But, I mean, otherwise, then we're just driving in kind of foggy weather. And that's kind of a mood, too. All right, I guess that's just, it is what it is. But there was one more thing I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and just, whoops, I'm not actually in the van. I think I left this underneath the van. No, I didn't leave it underneath the van. I didn't really put this thing in the right area. I mixed everything up with where I put it in the pickup truck. But let's go back here and enter again. And there it is on the floor. A gas canister. Okay, great. So now we've got that in the bag. Exit. I think it would be completely immersive if you could drive from inside, but then of course you wouldn't be able to see the outer world. And in fact, I don't even think I'm going to drive this thing over to the gas pump. Let's just walk over, because look at all of the crap I'm going to have to sift through. Speaking of all of this, do you think it would be possible? Do you think it would be possible to hitch the trailer onto the back of the RV, therefore creating what is essentially like a boathouse? Wouldn't that basically be a boathouse? Methinks. Also, too, for Twitch, I know this will be here for YouTube, but check the YouTube VOD description for the mods. Can't really fit them in a meaningful way there, but do check on the last couple of VODs, because we're using some fantastic mods here. We're using Rabbit Hash as well as Brita. Let me think is another one that's on here. And then the big ones, of course, Filibuster Rhymes and like RV Interior and all the Aquatsar stuff too. I might be leaving one or two out, but yeah, go check that for the complete list. Where are we at? All amazing mods. All amazing. I don't think I have on Authentic Z, but that's I remember that mod. That was a good mod. Didn't that come right around the time that they like updated the whole game? Good stuff to be had. Now let's see if this was enough for what our purposes were. Let's go ahead and put the empty gas can in the bottom. I don't think I need another full one. I should be good. It's also kind of risky to do this. I was wondering about this because gas prices had gotten really out of hand. Wait a minute. Jeez, Louise. That's still not even the full tank. Okay, maybe I'll just bring this thing over to the pump. Okay, we're still not really doing too good, and honestly, I don't really want to do a lot of damage to this thing, so... I might just have to cut down a couple of trees over here. This is kind of weird. I don't want to shove the trailer out of the way. Because I do have an axe in here, and I can show you my axe storage. Which I've been meaning to show you my axe storage anyway. I have 2 hand axes next to my hand mugs. I like having a couple of those running quips throughout the series. Get it, my hand mug? So funny. Here we go. Belt left. There we go. Okay. Well, let's take down all of the tree. We're gonna be like the Lorax. There we are. Goodbye, trees. Goodbye, trees. Or whatever the Lorax would say to himself is... Wait, no, the Lorax was the one who was trying to save the trees, right? Oh. Oh well. Well, he can go to hell. The Lorax can go to hell. Where did you come from? It's actually quite fortunate that I heard you. I don't even think that I have keen senses. That's true. If there are hand mugs, then there probably have to be some foot mugs out there. I do like the new tree cutting UI that they, or what is it, like interface that they added. That wasn't always there. It wasn't always there. Why are we over encumbered right now? Probably because I have a hammer in my hand. See, this doesn't seem like so much for a man to have on him. Doesn't seem like so much at all. And that's the reason why we need to go find some food. Because we are, like, horribly underweight. Oh, I'm not in the driver's seat. Turning the RV. Nothing like the Thanksgiving tradition of when Dad used to come out and turn the RV. And then I would navigate for him and look at the map. Here we are. So let's go ahead over to the gas area. Do we like... We do kind of... There we are. I personally am excited for when those coyote howls, you know, like the one that we just heard in the background a second ago, for when those actually will indicate that there's some wildlife nearby. Won't that be cool? Like you have some wild animals getting ready to devour you? Or maybe they'll just be like friendly wild animals and they become your friend, you know? I'd like to have like an army of protective goats that watch over me when I sleep in the game. Or it could be anything, you know? Oh, like a guard dog, that could be interesting. You know, like something that defends you. Or really just NPCs so that I could have someone watch when I'm asleep. A moose attack or a bear attack. I would... Like, I kind of tremble with excitement at the opportunity to really feel like my life is in danger, you know? Like, I think that so many of our modern problems of ennui are caused by this entitlement that we have, you know, that we're not afraid of, like, a moose coming for us. So we just make up problems, you know, a moose coming to take us down a notch. So, that's why sometimes when I play Zomboid, it just makes me thankful. You ever play Zomboid just, like, for the moody weather in this game? I might as well just take a little bit more gas here, I suppose. So this thing takes a lot of gas. I'm assuming that it uses gas, too, though. We're getting, like, 12 gallons to the mile here, for God's sake. It's just insane. Just crazy. Speaking of all this, you know, I really can't sleep in this van anymore either. Because, look, we're already at 12:50 p.m. on October 26th. Never thought that this day would come. Throw that back in. Can I fuel the car directly? I believe I am. Looks like the fog is clearing up too. Hey. All that regassing was worthwhile. And I like to avoid as many of these kind of like little maintenance tasks as possible. But I think a little bit of it's just realistic, you know? Like there's something meditative and like profoundly responsible about caring for one's van. Look at this. Look at this nice boy.
Woot woot, sir. Happy
What?
Thanksgiving.
Hang on a second. Nothing happy about... Hang on a second. Why you... I was a stealthy boy. JX Chin, thank you very much for the 4 months. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. As they say in the vernacular. Yeah, that's what they say. Okay, time to drink 2 cans of soda and you know, channel my inner fat guy. Noom. That's nice. Oh, good gas station snacks. Gas station snacks, snow globes. Right, this is a very good... Man, all of these small, like... morsels and snacks aren't really enough. Okay, good. We are starting to gain a little bit more weight. The thing that confuses me is we go directly up to the double chevron, like basically out of nowhere. That's nice. Good. An uncooked cockroach. I think I'll leave that there. I'm not getting quite that desperate. There is a point in time when I would just take that. Look, boat fueling. Boaty McBoatface. Let me check the trunk of this car for snacks. No? Yes? Maybe? Alright, well, let's go ahead and... Whoops, not that. No, I almost just destroyed the... Look, I used my hand mug to get into the car. Not really what I was looking for, but... okay, let's get the trunk unlocked. All of these other maps, I might as well just read these so that I have them for Mappy McMapface. There we go. We haven't died so far yet, but, I mean, it's coming. It is. It's coming. You know, snacks always come up in the most unexpected of places. Who thought that there would have been all those granola bars in that, unrequited shack? Or whatever it is. I'm just gonna guess with these words. I don't know what unrequited means. I'm pretty sure it means it's like not returned. Oh, look, America. Good, they must be celebrating Thanksgiving in here. Good. I don't know why I keep getting that enter thing. I guess it's because I'm switching seats, and it's like prompting me if I want to enter the vehicle from a different seat. Oh, look at all this. Look at all these snacks in here. Jeez. Propane torch. The propane torch could be useful, but I'm pretty sure it's the welder mask that we need. I don't really want to travel heavy, and that's not really what I'm looking for. Okay, kitchen, which is usually the birthplace of food, so we'll have some yogurt. Good dairy is usually excellent for, good, look, some ground beef. That's amazing. Okay, let's set this house on fire. Probably. I don't even think we'll leave it out to thaw. I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist in this game, but maybe it does. Who knows? In fact, I have not been a very experienced cook. Pancake mix. I guess I'll bring that, because if I get to the point where I really need to do that, we'll just eat an entire can of oats. Pretty sure we're just as well off just eating these things. You guys ever get really desperate and to start eating dry oats? That could be a jam. Oh my god, I have nothing left to live for. Oh yes, I forgot about that ground beef that was in the oven. I'm gonna forget about that at some point. Well, this is kind of a boring house. There's not too much in here. I like the way that these staircases are led into from via a doorway, though. That's a very, like, modded map thing. Sounds like someone's trying to sell me something. What? I just shot you in the... There's no justice. I really should be ready for zombies, though, because sometimes they are, like, against a door, and I'm not expecting them. And then they're just there. And, like, wait a second. Ah, darn it. I still let too much time pass. Okay, still not... It looks like they didn't ruin that, Was it the cooking thing? The cooking thing used to never work for me, but here we are. And it's working. 62. We're looking for a double chevron up on that, and then we'll be fine. I'm going to be a sneaky boy. Unfortunately, I can't shoot you through this glass door. The glass is just too strong. Kind of debating on whether it's even worth it to go upstairs. Like, I'm more thinking it's just time is of the essence here. I'll slightly search through these, but if it's not like a room type with the sorts of things I'd imagine that would have like loot in it, like I'll really quickly look through these. The umbrella could be interesting, but we have outdoorsmen. We might actually just be okay without that. Yeah, nothing like too crazy in here. Is the neck sweater going to give us better... that would replace the hoodie. Though I kind of like the hoodie. It makes me feel like an edgy teenager, so I'm going to continue to use it. What else have we got here, though? We are getting some zombies, so I'm going to be really quick with this. But yeah, I think we'll just keep on exploring Rabbit Hash. It's like just the right number of buildings, and they were really well done, it seems to me. You like the way I say doo-doo? I don't really like the way that I say doo-doo. And I tend to say it a lot, which is upsetting. Wow, look at that crap. Guys, look at that crap. That's nice. That's very nice. Hang on a second. We gotta roll down the window. Why is there no option to roll down the windows in the RV? Excuse me. I think we may have actually killed that zombie. I didn't even mean to. I just kind of wanted to push him out of the way. Alright, good. I mean, more zombies is a sign of civilized life somewhere nearby. But it's just dirt over here. These shorelines were done very nicely, though. Oh, it's a smooth boy turn. They really need to up the render distance, although I gotta say that I find players crashing into things in this game very funny. Very funny. Like, I remember when they were testing out the multiplayer build, like, there was just an alarming number of deaths from people crash. Even, I believe it was from among the dev team. And then they would just do some crazy thing to come back to life, like, because they kept crashing. Probably one of the wackier and more fun servers I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. It was for like a couple days when multiplayer was out. Yeah. But yeah, like you really got to tap the engine. Okay, here we go. We've got what appears to be a road. Well, it seems that we got sucked into a wormhole or something. My game crashed and like we went back in time. I'm okay with it because we made a wrong turn. Something must have come up with, like, mod conflicts. But we were just driving down the road, and out of nowhere, like, the car just stopped, and my game crashed. It hasn't happened to me before, but considering the fact that we've got on all these untested mods together, I'm amazed that it hadn't happened yet. But we decided to drive over to Westpoint in order to find some food. Of course, it is much more dense with zombies, and I am full of fear. But my goal in this... I mean, it had been to get away from civilization, but I find myself coming back, like, kind of seduced back in. Because, well, I'm hungry, and I need something to eat, of course. Alright, we are headed in the right direction. I can navigate Westpoint pretty well, it's just that this fog is really throwing me off, man. And it's not good, because I'm going to start shooting a shotgun when I get to... I'm going to start shooting off my shotgun when I get to the grocery store. And there's really nowhere to hide. But fortunately, the grocery store is on the edge of town. I think when we get there, I'm going to have a nice big taco. That actually sounds really good in real life right now. You can always tell that it's the right time to play Project Zomboid when you're feeling desperately hungry in real life. It's usually the mental state I like to go in when I go to the grocery store to actually shop for food. And then I think of the other shoppers as survivors, like fellow survivors who have made it. Is the fog a mod? No, this is just the vanilla game's mod. I mean, the vanilla game has incredible weather in it. That is to say. But here we are at the only mart that I shop at. I like it when they call a store a mart. I think that's fun. But I'm definitely going to run out of ammunition. So you know what I'm actually going to do? Let's just not be so risky about this, because I can tell that I'm already getting a little bit ahead of myself. And my RV will probably lose a tire at this rate. So let's go ahead and just leave town behind, just for a little bit. We're going to do this. And then we're going to maybe park out here. I think even farther out would be safe. Train tracks is actually a decent indicator, but I think that the gun shop is also not a bad place to park, because if we do manage to get into the gun shop. Welcome to the gun shop. Is it over here? No, it's slightly back and away. Well, we could always go to this intersection. We just don't want to make it too much walking, but we are going to have to, like, carve out kind of a safe area here. So this is going to be kind of a mood. We're going to be shooting zombies in the fog. We just got to make it so that our RV is somewhere safe so that we could keep returning to it for shells. Maybe by this here fence. Most people don't like it when you say this here, you know? You guys ever take those standardized tests when you're a kid, like, what is the proper usage? And it would be like, this here tent is, like, done been pitched. Like, is this the proper way to phrase this? I don't know why they would ever even put those in. Like, I would start laughing in the middle of the standardized test, and then I'd get yelled at, you know? Like, why are you laughing? This is standardized. It's a funny standardized test, you know? I love those memories from when you're a kid. I don't have too much time in here. I don't really... Oh, yeah, beta blockers. Hang on a second. Okay, now we got to get out of this thing. Shoot. Darn it. Dagnabbit. Okay, yeah, that's why this RV is superior to the others. Okay, I was a little bit scared there. I could have been dead. I didn't really know how much time I had. I'd kind of been taking my precious time. It's time for some beta blockers, though. Hopefully we won't use up too many of these. We're at, like, what is it? 80%? Okay, so, like, that's actually pretty decent. We get a good amount of it. It's time to eat an entire thing of jam while I walk away from what I fear. Nothing inspires courage more than eating an entire jar of jam. Oh my god, look, I ate the jar, too. Like, there's no jar left, even. It's not even in my inventory. It's gone. Courage, courage, eat the entire jar of jam. There we are. Glass, yes, good for... It makes your bones harder, of course, because when you eat hard food, of course, it must make your bones go harder. That's only logical. Only logical. Yeah, get the blood sugar up and running. I don't have a problem with this. I think that this is fine. I mean, maybe I should be leading them away from the RV, because I'm probably getting all of them in the vicinity, to use the French word. Isn't that vicinage? Vicinage? Are those the same root? Maybe it is French. Vicinity. All of the zombies are emerging from the local vicinity. He came out of the vicinity.
Again, ambiguous
oh no!
Me past ambiguous amphibian. I just wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Here he comes again.
I hope it is filled with love and people who appreciate you.
Ah, hey. Past ambiguous amphibian. I do This is the funniest, like, what I will call a prank that someone has been playing on me on Twitch. I did see, so thank you very much for the donations. I did see that it's all the same person. I won't give away what their name is, but I know who you are. I don't know why you're doing this, but I do still find it quite funny and entertaining. So I do appreciate the $20. Yeah. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. I hope all you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. Or just big dinner day in wherever else you are. Or, as I'm hearing now from other people who aren't from the U.S., just get drunk in my backyard day. That also sounds like a good time. I hope you're having a good time in your backyard. Maybe you're sitting around a fire or something like that and pretending to be American, which probably just, I would imagine, involves like a lot of 10-gallon hats and maybe some of our good merch. Like maybe a barrel of Texas oil or something like that. Maybe you've even lit a barrel of Texas oil on fire in order to keep yourself warm. Man, look at how quickly the gun gets back. What would I say? Recovers? It's not really recoil, but it's re-something. The gun is redoing very fast. Okay, here I may be safe to just, like... There we go. I've gallivanted over the fence. Of course I have. Now, we got all of them, all of y'all over there, away from this here RV. So I'm going to go ahead and now, what do we have? 4 boxes of shotgun shells. I still honestly don't think that's going to be enough. I don't really want to attract too many more of them over here, though. I don't want to get too winded. It is 1 p.m. and it looks like the fog is clearing up. So now is when I creep back like a secret boy to the grocery store. This is the walk of a secret boy. And here I go. And we're really just going to try to raid the grocery store pretty quick. And, I mean, this backpack has amazing capacity, so we'll hopefully use that. There is a clucking chicken. Why is that there? Hopefully get, like, I don't know, some granola bars out of the grocery store or something. I will be a secret boy, though, on the way there, like I said. Secret boy. All right, I'm going to have to grab out that knife. I did think that was a nice immersive detail. I truly do feel immersed in the game when the knife sticks inside of the zombie. I think that's just content right there. The question is, do I start shooting over here? I think maybe no. We could assess the situation. This may take us a few days, honestly, but the march will be worth it when we do get to the end of it. Because I probably am going to gain back tons and tons of weight from this place. But we are getting, like, kind of exerted, so... Ooh. Moderate exertion. You really don't want to go into a fight with moderate exertion, so now I am a scared boy. Are we, like, slightly slowed down in our walking speed by this clothing as well? I noticed that they added in, like, combat speed multipliers, too. I don't remember that. Molotov cocktails. Why would I bring one of those to the grocery store? That would probably... destroy all of the good foodstuffs in there, wouldn't it? Unless if it was, of course, a secret Molotov cocktail, which that fire knows not to light the food on fire. Secret fire is, of course, like the fire of Arnor that Gandalf would use. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you do. Though, honestly, fire might be the only thing that works here. Because look at all these boys coming in. It's like a public Thanksgiving right here. This is oddly giving me some deja vu back to a time of Zomboid when I was not very good at this game. When I have very, very large, what they would call a train of zombies. The last time that I had this happen, it was the worst day ever. And I was playing with many of the other fantastic Project Zomboid content creators, and we were all trying to take out this, it was just a bad day. I don't really want to recount it. It was a lot of fun, but then the game started lagging and crashing, and it didn't end well. Hang on a second. Off to Twiggy's to get some, milk, of course. Dude, I need a beer. This is going to make me more tired, but can I get a thing? I mean, I just gotta make this whole run worth it. So that's what I'm doing, I'm going to get violently inebriated.
TLDR. Happiness is always a pursuit.
I have to leave.
I want to add some happiness to your life. But why do I imposter myself as you? Well, because we love our name. Even more so the ones with picked ourselves. What better way to give happiness than give to yourself?
I agree with you. Hang on a moment. Thank you very much for the $10. This is going to make my impending doom much safer. Okay, somehow I'm alive. I don't know how I did that. I very much thought I was dead. That was very much a situation. I am like the most slippery escape artist in this game, just from many years of being bad at it and like procrastinating. I know all the ways that I can and should die and how to narrowly avoid them. Usually those don't work, but the 50% of the time that they do, I'm good. Oh, I feel like Houdini right now. That's why I was being so quiet back there. I like how you kind of made it into a Reddit post right there with the TLDR. Thank you very much for the $10. I do appreciate it. Yes, I give thanks for myself, so I spend Thanksgiving alone at the at McDonald's, and I buy only Big Macs. And I put them inside of myself to increase my heft and size so that there can be more of me. And this is patriotic, I feel. That's how I interpret, in quotes, American for Thanksgiving. Didn't old Abe Lincoln start this holiday, though? Well, I mean, he's not even old anymore. He's just dead. But he lives on. He lives on in all of our heart. Okay, now this is actually going to give us... Well, it is giving us carbohydrates, so let's get... I think 2 beers is okay, unless if in Zomboid. Okay, I did get a double chevron, so yeah, I'm going to bulk from beer. I guess just somehow the ethanol will be enough. Let's drive off into the sunset, because that didn't work out at all, but I did manage to get a lot of beer. This is sort of like college, you know? Like, you think that they're going to feed you, but then you just... Well, all that there is it's just a lot of ethanol. That's all it is. Your family drinks together. My family, sometimes I wish I had one of those family, well, usually I don't, but sometimes I wish I had one of those families where they were all like, they would just get raging drunk together, you know? I think that would be a good time. And like they start fighting at the end of the dinner, and then there's a lot of crying and everyone's upset. Oh no, I have gone for a dip. Well, we just kind of bugged out in the water, and like the game deleted my entire inventory, so it just had to sort of like... I nearly died too, because it kept thinking I was drowning in the water whenever I step on one of these tiles, so I guess just watch out for that if you're using one of these mod sets. I was trying to park my van over here on this side of the bridge, so I did have to like just fix the whole thing, because I don't like dying cheaply of a bug like that. So here we are again. But we do have our gun back because the game thought that we were drowning. I'm not sure if I had an extended stock or not, but I just threw one on because I was like, well, I deserve it if I've been waiting that long.
With my dad. We're enjoying the stream.
Hey, Fuzzy Goldfish, thank you very much for sharing the videos with your dad. It's kind of nice. Let me take out... I mean, I'm going to probably shoot a lot of... zombies now, so I hope that you enjoy that. I don't know about you, but I think that this one looks... Oh, I thought it had like a camouflage on it. Nope, I was wrong. Anyway, I don't want to lose all of my stuff again, but I want to see if I'm any better with rifles. So I think I will take out these magazines and just see if these can do what I need them to do for me. Also, too, am I gaining weight again? There we go, 63 kg. I apologize for this series being, like, kind of janky at times, but also, too... Oh, I just had an entire thing of bourbon right before I was about to go out and shoot. Well, let me go take a nap, then. I think that would be equally acceptable. Not tired enough yet. I'll need to drink more bourbon. Jeez. Well, let's clean up the floor. I mean, anytime that you just had an entire bottle of bourbon... You know, I really didn't think this through very much today. I would be dead if I drank that much bourbon. But yeah, I think now would be a great time for a nap, maybe, instead. Let's take all of the stuff off of the floor. I mean, it is a great time for some cleaning. You ever feel, like, oddly productive if you've been drinking? Like, you just start cleaning? Or back, like, when I was in college, people would just start running when they would get drunk. Like, they would just go for a run. Like, just down the street, you know? It's a great place to get in your best learning, of course. Of course. Here we go. I'm just putting all of the random crap in here because I like to at least build up the illusion that I'm an organized person. There we go. Doesn't this look very clean and tidy now? Clean and tidy with all the bullets all over the floor. I think 9 boxes. Actually, you know what? To be fair, the inebriation might not hamper the shotgun. Although, am I going to lose everything if I... So I am safe as long as I stay on this train tracks. I can't, step over to the edges of this thing. Otherwise, I will die in an extended way. Whatever that means. Interpret for yourselves. I've still got a can of beer on me. Doesn't say that I'm less accurate. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do what I was going to do then. We won't attract them back to our van. We're just going to have it like a party over here. I was going to hook up a flashlight onto this thing, but I learned that it actually does kind of reduce your aim time or increase your aim time. So I want to be kind of careful with that. It looks like we've got more shells in here. Can we just reload this thing up? Why is my reload button not working? Oh, because I have the M16 on me. Oh, jeez. I knew I had done something wrong. I was drunk. It was okay. I did it because I was drunk. Oh, silly me, silly me. I just basically called them all over to my van. Hey, thank you to the anonymous person who just gifted 10 subs. Thank you very, very much, anonymous person. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Because of how much I appreciate that, I'm going to get out my my shotgun to impress you. Here we go. I always feel like a little bit weak when I start streaming Zomboid, because other people I'll see and they've killed thousands and thousands of zombies, and they're playing country music in the background and they're yelling, and I just felt like, maybe I can't be that kind of streamer for you. So here I am. I'm gonna try to impress you. It's gonna be a little bit cringe, but hopefully it'll work. Here we go. Good. Let's attract them all to my van, just to kind of up the amount of pressure. It's funny, they don't all disappear inexplicably when they enter into one of those tiles like I did. Honestly, not a bad place to take out a train of zombies, though. Why are they There we go. It seemed like they weren't responding to this. Okay, it is the panic now, though. I may have to move my van again. Panic is dying down. Good, I am calm. I'm a calm, secret boy. Good. Good. It was the lack of calm that was causing me not to be accurate. Now, this is my ideal place to take them out, because I think that, well, getting them all in one big lineup is nice. Except I would like to have something at my back, and it's quite probable that I'll die from that side. Am I really even able to shoot them when they're on the way? We might be getting more Aquatsar stuff going on. Because the multi-hit is quite nice when it does work, except why is it not there? That's weird. Okay, I will stand on this guy to keep him down. I'm like the man. No, I don't want to open up 9 boxes. There we are. It's like opening up trading cards, except you're going to get all the same card and you know what they all are when you open up a box of shells. Why is this not working? Oh, because I didn't open them. Idiot. There we are. Let's open up 2 of those. Nothing helps me load my gun faster than making self-deprecating comments while I do it. There we go. I'm stupid. As long as I just keep insulting myself, I should overcome and survive. Yes. No. I always see one because he blends into the environment. You see, the road is blue. As roads are blue here in the United States. Most people don't know this fact because they haven't seen the roads that I've been on. Not lying, though, southern roads are... Well, they're not very well paved, some of them. It's like what my friend told me when I first moved here. He was like, "You're not gonna like the roads, my friend. The roads are fine. You haven't seen our roads yet." I still wasn't there yet. And then I got down here. The best roads are like Washington, D.C., though, to Richmond. That's beautiful driving in there. It's like driving through a roller coaster. Being a bit wasteful here, but I mean, at least we are kind of taking out their numbers a bit. We got one smooth boy still left there. I think I can just knife this guy. Is there another one? He might be the only one. Come on, give me an insta-kill, please. You seem to be the only person around here. Nothing like ineffectually stabbing one until I'm frustrated. Okay, that seems to be all of them, actually. Like, there's only maybe it was this other onlooker that prevented me from getting the stealth kill. Look, we're coming together like Lilo and Stitch, like Romeo and Juliet, like star-crossed lovers. There we are, good. That might have been the last one. I hope. I think it's time to go to sleep in the van. Tomorrow we try again for that supermarket, because I tell you, I'm going to be a fat boy by the end of this stream if it's the last thing that I do. 63 kg and rising, mostly just from a lot of alcohol right now, but I mean, I'm going to get fat, guys. It's been the whole point. It's the whole point of Zomboid, is just get fat. There we are. Okay. Look, getting a little tired now. I think it's time for an entire bottle of bourbon again. There we go. Ah, nice and hydrating, this bourbon. So good. I think bourbon is the best drink for hydration. There we go. Good, good. And we have another exit. Look at all this blood on the floor. I'm going to need a mop or something. I think it's so true that bourbon is the best drink for healthy living. Knocks all the bad feeling right out of you. Think I'll have myself an entire glass of it at the end of the night. Sometimes I don't drink alone. I don't enjoy drinking alone at all. Thank God, because I think I do have some of that in my genetics, like that I'm predisposed that I might like that. But I do like going out for a long, introspective walk after the stream, you know. Oh, look, a sausage that is rotten. Where are we at? Okay, I think we could actually drive the van closer now. The van is like capital T truth, and the closer we get it, we get closer to self-actualization. And by that, of course, I mean morbid obesity, which is what we're headed for. Unfortunately, I am going to have to drive over a lot of these bodies, which will be very bad for the... Oh, no. Some glass. Let me try to put it in the middle of the car so that I don't drive over it. This is sort of like seeing a dead squirrel in the middle of the road. When you see a dead squirrel in the middle of the road, it just looks like it's given up. You know? I saw this the other day, and I was actually like a little bit... It's kind of sad to see one. But fortunately, there's no animals in this game, so it takes me away from the terrifying reality that I'm living here in Florida on an everyday basis. Surprisingly, we do get squirrels here. I just shot you in the back twice, sir. You didn't even react. Didn't even react. Was there one on the bridge? Did I miss something on the bridge? Now, I'm not worried about running out of shotgun shells. We still have... I mean, really, or anything for that matter. Like, I have so many in the truck. You don't know how... I spent an entire day filling the truck with shotgun shells. It was like Willy Wonka. It was like Toys R Us, except with weapons. Wasn't there... There was just a smooth boy right there. There we go. I'm going to slide this right into your sternum. Noom. Nothing scarier than a killer who says "noom" in a calm voice as he slowly slips a knife into your neck. Nothing scarier than that. Like he doesn't understand the weight of the situation, you know? He's truly crazy. Oh yeah, I guess it would be the skull for the zombies. Like an eyeball or something. Ugh. Do I have my weapon out? I don't. Come and get it. I don't even have beta blockers in. This is not so good. Look at how inaccurate I am with that, though. Hopefully now that I've been surviving for a few days, like, my panic isn't rising quite as quickly. I mean, we've still got a goodly number of beta blockers in here, though we might end up going to that pharmacy as well, because I think that would be equally useful. I mean, like, beta blockers are practically worth, I don't know, like 10 times their weight in ammo, just because look at how much more accurate we are when we use that. I think that they should be alpha blockers, because they're just that good. Yeah, take this, the man. There we are. I'm calm. I'm a calm boy. We haven't really hit another Horde... I mean, fortunately, we haven't hit another HordeNight. What was it, the 23rd when we had the last one? So I guess probably tomorrow we'll get another one. I mean, it won't make that big a difference just because there's going to be so many in the town we're trying to attack. I did really like that holding down the fort kind of scenario we had the last time. I just think, I mean, inevitably we're going to die if we stay there. Most of this series is just countdown until he dies, you know, to be fair. Like, I don't know if you guys have done the math like I have. Van life, right? I mean, we have been traveling along the river, so we're kind of like a Tom Sawyer type, I suppose. Except that I live in a sketchy van. But I guess, like, if it were the modern day, if he had a van, I bet you Tom Sawyer would have lived in a van. Didn't he do that? Yes, like Chris Farley. Yep. Van down by the river. Well, I do have some Colombian coffee crystals back in my truck, though, speaking of Chris Farley. I did. I've been eating coffee like a rabid dog. I don't know, like Chris Farley. Does he eat coffee? I eat coffee on a daily basis. I mean, nobody said that you had to drink it. Yes, it does make a delicious drink, but I mean, they're beans, for Christ's sake. We could just eat a bowl of coffee beans, right? Wouldn't that? Now I kind of want to try that, like, for science. I'm sure it would be bad for me. Probably. Possibly lethal. Maybe it's not such a good idea. Look at that. Ah, that's nice. Now, somebody was mentioning to me to turn on the green outline for melee. I don't really like to do it because, I don't know, I feel like it kind of takes me out of the action. Why is it suddenly... Oh, that's not good. You know what just happened? We saw it, and the moment that it happened, the power just literally went out right now. We had those street lights. It was nice. Now I am afraid. I'm a scared boy now. Look at that. Ah. Oh my god, it's like water. That's good. 17, 18, 16. I'm okay with this. I know it seems a little bit aimless, but we need to just, like, kind of keep on clearing out these areas so that we can get closer and closer, because we gotta park by the Gigamart. I can't carry that much food back on my back, and now time is even more of the essence, because it's going to perish soon. I mean expire, but, you know, perishables will expire. Especially the food that's perishable that's still in the back of the store. You know what I mean? Like the apples that they left in a cardboard box. Oh, or do the lights go out at 5 a.m.? It could be that we're just in like a darker time of year now. I do believe that there is like more light in the summer in Zomboid. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they implemented the whole seasonal thing in this game, right? Why are you biting my leg? I am not in that. That's not okay. I was totally stabbing her when that happened. I don't like the way that animates. The one thing about, although I do love the kind of like the more involvement in the combat, it does feel a little bit like the animation system does kind of like cheap out on you from time to time in the new. Well, it's 3 years old now, but the animations update, which to me I guess is still new. Hey, Commander, thank you very much for gifting the sub. Yes, the expirables will perish. I worry about them. I think about them. Man, look at how much less accurate. It looks like the beta blockers have kind of started to wear off now. I should really get out the M16 and use that instead. But yeah, we are starting to attract more. Okay, this is good. We can park a little bit closer now. And this is the goal, is we get a little bit closer to town every single day. I wanted to keep my back clear because I knew that bridge was pretty much the cutoff point. Ah, nothing like getting 4 together. I swear, when you get really good with the shotgun in this game, you start to take out like 7 at a time. If you're not panicked, if you're just good, like you're standing on top of something, you're safe.
Aren't we all going to perish eventually?
I will expire. I won't perish. I would never. That's disgusting. Of course. Also, thank you very much for the sub, El Campofer. Right, this is starting to seem a little bit overwhelming, and I'm getting thirsty. It's almost time for another entire bottle of bourbon. Okay, there. Ooh. It's good, though. I needed, like, kind of a brush up on Zomboid combat, and so far, I think I've handled it pretty well, aside from that first one, and also, like, almost getting my foot bit off right there. That would have been another science experiment. Just waiting, giving it plenty of time for the recoil and, like, the setup. Because it looks like he's ready to shoot, but sometimes he's still not. Ah, you know what he's starting to get now, though? Like, look at how quickly that cross is lining back up on my character. I think it's because he's got better aiming skill than he had before. I mean, we're at 5 now. Or it could just be because I'm not completely exhausted. But that's a good way to kind of visualize the character's, like, exhaustion and lack of sleep. And I don't know if happiness affects that either. Happiness can sometimes... Not being happy can destroy you. Yeah, do I really need 2 feet? Like 2 nostrils, 2 eyes, 2 feet, 2 arms, 2 legs? 1 is enough for everyone. You know, unpopular opinion here, but maybe it's because I'm not as selfish as everyone else. Greedy. Greedy, you need 2? 142, 12. I wonder if it's the HP that I'm doing. It's the HP. There's got to be something about it. And also, too, like, we have used up this much ammunition. It might be worth it to hit the gun shop. Like, I don't want to just be fat. I want to be fat and armed. You know? Like, that would be good enough for me. Okay, how many is that now that we've taken their lives? 706. We still aren't even at 1,000 yet. I think, wasn't Lamprey at, like, 250,000? I don't know how he does that without making a single mistake. Like, I want to see his IQ test. That's kind of crazy. We just rated him the other day, and he was at, like, 250Ks. How does that man do it? Because he is very good. Like, I followed him on a server, and, like, it's totally legit. Like, he doesn't make mistakes. I envy that kind of, like, that level of execution, you know? I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sitting here drowning in the river and stuff. But now I'm feeling like an auto turret. Oh, also too, if you're seeing this VOD, what day is it today? It's probably Friday if you're seeing this VOD. Tomorrow, then, I guess, or the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so like this Saturday, we're going to be doing the RimWorld Hot Potato Challenge. So if you guys are around for that, do check that out. We're 3 to 7 p.m. EST, which I believe is, 8 to midnight GMT, so convert to your time zone. But yeah, that should be a lot of fun. We're going to do that over on Twitch, so it'll be a good time. We're raising money for Doctors Without Borders is the cause. Also, Tynan. And my first goal in the fundraising is going to be $420.69. So I think it'll be a splendid time for everyone, and you should all come join, even just to see the colony develop. I hope you'll all be part of this special event with me. It's my only stream advertising, though. But yeah, I think it'll be a good time. Okay, now I have accidentally kicked the hornet's nest. But fortunately, this is not such a bad place to do so. Because they are at least coming through that fence, but now I don't want them to spread out over here. Yeah, there I am parking on the railroad tracks. I don't want them to keep surrounding me, though. The advantage of clearing out with guns, though, is that you at least know, like, you got them all, because they all got attracted to it. I mean, if my van wasn't making enough noise to begin with, let's go ahead and pop some more beta blockers. I'm afraid we won't be able to get to the next drop of beta blockers by the time we get here. Though sometimes they do spawn with them on their bodies. That's one good reason to check bodies in the game. Might actually be running out of them. Okay, I think I'd better make a trip for the van just because we got to be able to get into the van. We aren't even by the river anymore. Well, we are. We can go back down by the river if we want to. Okay, van's clear. Nice. I did actually lead them all out, and they're going to be right by where we're sleeping. So, a raucous good time for all. Oh, no, I want you to stop reloading, please. There we go. Almost died due to animations there. That would have been bad. Okay, let's drive the van back down to the river. Oh, God, that was like... Tom Cruise could have been the one making that turn. Very secret. Very much a secret agent turn. What have we got over here? What is this building? Warehouse? I don't even know this building, actually. Guys, we could get the van inside of this, I'm pretty sure. Oh my God, look. My van is in the building. Jesus Christ. It's like a sweater for the van. I think that looks like a great place to get killed, so I think I am just going to leave there for a minute. Maybe we can get some of these zombies out away from that, but Jesus. I think we have to go back to the other place. I don't really even know exactly what I'm doing here. Like, am I going to try to sleep? Let's just try to get the van somewhere safe. This is not good for the wheels. Either way, it feels better to drive than whatever I was doing before. Okay, that's safe, if I do say so myself. Keep leading them away. Okay, at least we're leading them away from the van now. I guess we'll just have to do all this on foot. Now that's what I'm talking about. 3 to 5 per shot. Just try to get all the dead bodies, maybe off of the road too. Maybe off of the road. 2, 3. Is anyone counting the number that fall? I think we're pretty much getting 1 per shot, but it seems like as they whittle down, it's taking more. So maybe I just want to keep, like, gathering up groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. I definitely got 2 from that, but one of them might have turned into a crawler as well. Take my van out of here. My van isn't safe anymore. Hey, EP... Oh, Jesus, EP3. Hey, I've seen some of your stuff, man. Looks good. Hey, thank you very much for the Prime. Who was I chatting with? It was at PDXCon. I was chatting with somebody about, what is it, Stellaris stuff? Yeah, like the whole crew of guys who does it. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, no, I've seen your stuff. It's cool. I like, you clearly get the whole YouTube thing, but we were just like, we had a very like heartfelt conversation about a lot of the. It was mostly me and like the Paradox Grand Strategy guys who just like they do interesting challenges and stuff, and I don't really do the Grand Strategy stuff because it never really hit for me on my channel. I do like to do it. I just like to do like simulation stuff better, but yeah, you came up. That's good to see you, man. Can the shotgun cause AoE damage? I suppose so. Like, the shotgun can take out multiple at a time. Which is probably an area. Oh, jeez Christ. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, no, keep it up. I can't wait to go back and become like some intergalactic space nabob. I'm really not very good at Stellaris at all, but it is always a good time to go back and play that game. Oh my gosh, just the writing in that game is insane. It does take a while to like kind of channel it visually on YouTube. Like I have to do a lot of editing for those ones, but they're always like such a fun time because like you always come up with a story at the end that's just, oh god. Yeah, like it's just such a silly game. Why is it rated T? I don't get why it's rated T. Oh my god. There's such horrible... Like, if you read into the text of the game, it's just... Oh my god, how could they do that? And it's been exactly that way ever since. Okay, we might be getting to the time when we need to drink... Well, let's have another thing of beer. Drink all of that. God, I look like something gone wrong out of, like, hockey. I'm hockey, man. You know, I would love as I'm just going to go on a massive killing spree, not even like excusing myself for it. Like it's fun. It's good fun. In this game. Sheesh. Oh god. Here they come. I mean bottoms up or whatever they say before someone embarks on just massive firing spree. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. One. Only one. Only one. Maybe we just aren't getting as good of a spread here. Maybe we need to, like, pray to the patron saint of the shotgun. Bill Burr, you know? Oh, Bill Burr. Please give us a good spread. I don't have a problem over there anymore. It's gotta... This one's got... Okay, there we are. My ambition here is not to move. I will not be moved by these zombies. Dear Bill Burr, I love you. Will you please imbue my shotgun with more... that's good. Still getting hungry, though, even after that beer. I am inebriated. I have taken all of my pain pills multiple times today. And yet still, I cannot shoot zombies in the head. Whatever will I do? Yeah, that does bother me when they get so close, though, and you keep shooting. And, like, the cone of fire doesn't work. Now, there is, granted all that, there is a way to turn on, to check your cone of fire in the debug mode. I learned this from Ghoul King last year, because he was using this whole cone of... Like, what is this? Why is he not hit? Anyway, Ghoul King was showing me how to use the cone of fire thing. You should check his tip videos. He's got some really good ones back there. I don't know if he's kept up with those ones as much, but yeah, like he's showing me this really kind of useful, obscure stuff you almost never see on any YouTube video. But it's really useful for seeing where your character actually like is able to hit in melee, and it might make you a little bit more accurate knowing how the game is like coded. It looks like we managed to clear out most of them from by the train tracks, so I think it's pretty much going to be safe here to sleep in the RV. We've now, what were we at, 700? I zoomed past a little bit of it because it's pretty repetitive. We're just kind of shooting over and over again. We are at 64 now, but I think tomorrow we're going to get another HordeNight, which is going to be up to 200. So I clearly, like, I'm not prepared for this, but we'll probably just diffuse them into the rest of Westpoint. As long as we're in Westpoint-ish, I mean, I think we've had, like, a very successful run-up of it here. But we are starting to run low on food and shotgun shells, and also, like, we're going to be down to M16 ammo by the end of it. There is the RV. But I think it's safe to sleep in this thing because we have 2 exits, and we're not near the I'm going to drown in the water spot. Oh my god, now there's just so many bugs and things that I have to account for, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, these mods have been working together splendidly, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, we are running out of food. It's crazy to me that we can have this much ammunition and this little food, but I think that means that I did something right in the spawn tables here, because I find it immersive, engaging, and it gives me a reason to keep, well, searching for food. Though now it seems that we can just go to the bar, and then that's a perfectly good substitute for it. So I take some comfort in that as well. And oh my gosh, look, we've got an entire different... How many more of these things? We have another 30 boxes of shotgun shells. I knew I did something right in this. The worst feeling is just running out of ammo and then just having to, like, T-pose your way in. Just take me, you know? Take me, I desire. I want to see the other side, you know? Like, it could have been that. It could have been that. I'm a hungry boy. The worst thing is not only being underweight, but also being hungry on top of it all. You know, it's almost like having not even one leg. It's like having 0 legs. Like, it would be less greedy to just have one, I know. Spoiled, I had 2. But here we find ourselves again. For some reason, chat has started calling now the American Revolution the War of English Aggression because we just got a raid from Mr. Lamprey. So I'm just going to continue with this deep lore, and we'll we'll continue with that. I don't know. I get, like, personally, I find that when streamers start to just kill a lot of zombies like this, it just starts to look like, you know, it starts to feel like an IRL version of... Remember when that guy, Chuck Green, like, fought zombies in the game show in Dead Rising 2? Speaking of which, we should really go back and play Dead Rising. I like that game. I like it a lot. Or even Case Zero. I don't have my original Xbox 360 anymore, but... God, I gotta find some way of getting back to Dead Rising Case Zero. That was such a great... DLC, but I don't know how I'm going to go back and re-experience it in this world of digital downloads. Fortunately, they've put some of this stuff onto physical games like Hades, Slay the Spire that's been ported. How will I get back to my DLC of obscure games that only I remember and a few other people in the chat? Oh good, the lights have come back on. Far too late in the night. I mean, we are kind of bringing out the rest of the town, but I want to keep them on this side of the fence this time, because I do still have a lot of shotgun shells. I showed you them. That they are mine. My own, my precious. But I find that when streamers start to take out a lot of zombies, they just start to get kind of bored. It's like a guy yelling about... Like, he's yelling out numbers. It's like he's doing bingo or something like that. So for me, I get, like, introspective when I start to kill all the zombies. You just turn into whatever person you are. When, like, you've had a few beers, you know? I always wonder how I find Star Trek. Oh, I love all the deep games. Though the thing is that I find myself, when I play games on my own individual time, I get into, like, Slay the Spire and stuff like that. Like, a lot of games that involve a lot of mindless calculation. But it's better for me than when I'm playing, like, you know, like League of Legends and stuff like that. I get addicted to that kind of thing. Actually, that was part of the reason I started a channel, was because there was so much gaming that I enjoy, like, thinking about. But I find that when I play games, I get, like, addicted to them. Like, I have friends who are really into Apex Legends and, like, Call of Duty and stuff like that. It's not really my cup of tea in gaming, because I don't think I get anything deeper than just, like, feeling somewhat relaxed from playing it. This is the reason I went after games like Zomboid, and, like, it's fantastic to be here with you guys in this indie crowd. It's like such interesting experiences being had over here in the way of gaming. And I think that this is where the best gaming is at right now. Ooh, like, you know, kind of, I say that as I lament the loss of physical game collecting, you know. I do like that, but I think it's been replaced with very good indie gaming. I don't really love the way that AAA has gone, like where so much of it is just download, when I feel like that they could release it and give like a little bit more consumer preservation to players, but at the same time, I mean, there's bad things about physical game collecting, like it's kind of wasteful. And also too, like it deteriorates. But yeah, I like what GOG has done with it. I think that's been a great one. I actually wanted to do a video on that stuff, like DRM. Very neat stuff. Dead Rising. I thought that the Dead Rising gameplay aged actually pretty well. I didn't think the later games did it as well, like maybe 4. I've seen some direct comparisons with 4 to 1. I think Dead Rising 1 really holds up well. It's a little bit like just kind of a beat 'em up, but like, it's a fun one at that. Okay, we've done a goodly amount of philosophizing, and I think that we might have managed to at least attract them maybe a bit away from the grocery store. I'm gonna head over here because I don't even think I needed to take them all out before we got to the grocery store. At the grocery store, though ironically, there are often some who like guard the store because they don't get called in from the sound of the outdoors. Yeah, like here we've got all the employees have just stayed in there like, I need to continue working, you know. Unionize. Unionize. Okay, I'm not going to this section of the grocery place. This is bad. Oh my god, I would have gone into the fork and screwdriver aisle. Are you kidding me? Can I even get a single mac and cheese? I got a single box of cereal. It's worth it. Die. Oh my god, I'm very nervous. I really shouldn't have made any of the choices I did coming here. Now they're all in the grocery store. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, at least we got a single box of cereal from that horrible endeavor. Can you imagine, like, dying for a box of Frosted Flakes? Oh, Jesus. This is like... Remember the links that people went to get, like, PS3s and other consoles when they came out? I mean, we are on the eve of Black Friday here. I don't want to bring up more America. I'm just going to call them to mind, though. Guys, I'm a performance artist. I'm making commentaries on modern-day news events via Project Zomboid. Here we go. I remember when the last day I saw my mother when we tried to get a box of Frosted Flakes, off-brand Frosted Flakes at Aldi. I still remember her smiling. This is nice. All right, let's keep on attracting them away from the grocery store. One of my hopes was to, like, get the ones who were in the grocery store out of the grocery store, and maybe we succeeded at least that. Playing Stardew Valley. Yeah, Stardew Valley is another good example. I've actually been, like, Harvest Moon is a game that I'm quite nostalgic about. I never played it for the original Super Nintendo, but I did play it for the Wii Virtual Console, and I'm trying to get a copy of it, but it's like they're so expensive. I might just splurge at some point if I feel like that the audience is there. I'm one of the few people for whom it sometimes makes sense for me to, like, actually do these things. Like The Sims. Like, it was so hard to find a copy of... It wasn't really that hard to find a copy of The Sims. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like, I'm one of the few people who, like, actually games for work, so... It's a good time, that is to say. Kind of living a childish dream that I have right now. In real life. Now we're getting, like, a nice... Bill Burr is smiling as he looks down upon the spread of our weapons. I think God probably looks like Wilbur. Wilbur. Ah, that would be a funny nickname for Bill Burr. Wilbur. Get it? William Bill. I never really understood how Bill is a nickname for William. Like, how does W and B, how do those two get mixed up? Ooh, I'm in danger. I don't like that lack of visibility. Don't like it at all. And they are all also attracted to the RV right now, but they're attracted to where I was over there before. So it looks like now I might be able to make my way back through and maybe get back to this grocery store as long as I don't shoot off this shotgun anymore. Let me just go ahead and take some more beta blockers because I think the panic may also slow down our inventory management. I'm not positive about that, but I think it does. Have I eaten the cereal yet as well? I did. I managed to eat an entire box of cereal in the middle of all that, and I totally forgot about it. What an amazing man I am. Practically Joey Chestnut. He would be envious. I'm going to shoot only when I get into the Gigamart. Oh, I'm going to see this guy tomorrow at Black Friday. Here we go. I'm probably going to have to fight with him for maybe it'll be for a box of cereal, of course. It almost like it has an entirely different sound in the store. It looks like a couple of these have stayed. Like maybe our pineapples, they have better shelf life. Why does that happen to me? Like, yeah, like how is he not shooting that guy? He's got like the shot totally lined up, and he's just. Did I manage to open one of those? And are they getting attracted from outside? I do believe they are. Yeah, it's just like to a lesser extent. Okay, yeah, I'm quite literally just attracting them all into the grocery store at this point. I mean, it's no matter. Like we have many more boxes of shells. It's just that I would rather attract them somewhere nearby in town. Here we go. Yet more shells. And we are on a Horde night now. Yep, 12 a.m. on October the 28th. Okay, here we are. Brita's calculate is messing up my aiming, I think. Let me just go double check that in the mod options, because if I set it to be harder. Base sound level, no boost. I think I kept everything like the normal. Yeah, I think I did everything normal in Brita. I'm just trying to see if I have some stat that's like crazy. Calculated time. There was one thing that I had ticked off. I think it was movement gauge, and I did turn that back on. Show range, hit percentage. Yeah, that's good. I think we're good, but thank you for looking out for me with that, Fergus. Yeah, I think we're fine. Shout him out, shout him out. Hey, hey. May I have some cereal? Just see what the hell is on these aisles. I'm not about to die for a can of tomatoes, but for butter I will die. Lard, cheese. Oh, glorious lard. Okay, yes. We just gained like 5 pounds from that. One lard run. Nothing like a good lard run. Okay, good. Put in more of it. The canned foods are great because they're higher in calorie content because it's like, it's pasteurized or something like that. All right, okay, time for a lot of dairy. We just gained a lot more weight. Good. Fat boy, thick boy. 64, we're almost not very underweight again. Now this is fantastic because we can carry yet even more shotgun shells and then use them to shoot even more zombies. So that's, in that I take some solace and comfort. Nice. And look, the snow is falling faintly and faintly falling on us yet again, as Joyce once said. And then he ate an entire brick of lard. Not a lot of people don't know the ending to James Joyce. That's how it ended, though. Of course. Okay, butter. We are on double chevron up now, though. We might be maxing out the amount for the day. I am going to try to get these things back into my truck, because they do need to be refrigerated. Well, not all of them, but they'll be better off that way. Ah, yes, powdered milk in my milk. Of course, that would make me... I would probably just start lactating if I did that. Who does that? How do they make powdered milk anyway? Does like a fairy come along and sprinkle some... whatever it is. Fairy powder. Oh no, fairy dust. They must make only milk dust, that is. Jeez, I'm not even lining up the shots. I do like that, though, how when the density increases, it does get, like... It takes out more per shot. Even being as panicked as I am. One would think that this is logical. I am gonna need that van back. What if I just run out? Dehydrating milk. So what, like you don't give the milk a glass of water for a few hours? Like you put a few beers into the milk so that I have no idea what I'm saying. Yes, of course that makes sense. That's how they make powdered milk. They just dehydrate the milk by giving it a few beers. And once the milk is pretty intoxicated, then they don't, that's where powdered milk comes from, of course, yeah. Haven't you ever seen the How It's Made for... It's one of the best How It's Made videos. Do you guys remember How It's Made, the show? Where they would just show you how they make, like, tennis balls and stuff? It's mesmerizing. It never seems to end. Although we do keep attracting them from, like, just various sides of Westpoint every time that we go back in. I think we're almost through with that part of the town. Like, we might have access to all of the foods at the grocery store, which, after all... This entire series is... Why are you guarding my van? What are you, some kind of, like, used car dealer? You'll never get it back. It's like a repo man coming for my van. Jeez. Yeah, it could be that I'm going to need to keep on taking... I've been taking beta blockers all day. I'm literally almost out of beta blockers. But he has, to be fair, he has made it through a lot of the zombies now. 1006, we just passed it, folks. What did I tell you? I'm such a strong man. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to kill this many. I've got, how many shells left? Only 9 shells left. Look, I got to get these things into the fridge. I don't know why I'm creating this sense of urgency. Like, there's a slightly more urgent problem, and yet at the same time, I feel as though the temperature of my foods, especially the dairy products, is very important to me. So let's go ahead, get back into the driver's seat. Can we cause it to not stall? How did it stall before then? What went wrong? What went wrong? Oh, it was just going slightly slower in the trees. It didn't stall. My bad. Thought that we were in much greater doo-doo than we actually are. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, we suddenly have hydraulics again. It's not helping that the wheels for this thing are so much positioned on the front, because the physics of this van are actually, like, pretty accurate to what we're looking at right here. Like, it's not going to flip. In real life, it would probably have flipped. But that is to say that when I feel like I've had a lot of those lines this time. When I play with this mod again, I'm going to play with another mod that somebody else added on as an accessory to it, because there's like a really cool military van that you get. It's like a souped-up van, souped-up kicks, that you can use in case if you weren't satisfied by your original van. And I think I'll be playing with that instead. Let me just turn off the headlights because I'm about to go back inside. I always have this fantasy of just sleeping in a van. Like, not that I've been forced into the van and that I can't get out of it, but that by my own choice, like, it's warm and cozy, except it's probably not very warm. Or maybe I have, like, a very warm blanket over me in the van. Anytime I'm, like, kind of fed up with society, you know, like, get a bad grade on a test or something like that, or, you know, someone insults you and your family. These are the times that I've fantasized about the van life. We're at 4 a.m. here. We're going to need a lot more shotgun shells to get out of where we're at. But yeah, to me, this has been like an exploration of what that would be. And to be completely honest with you, a bit of a pain living like this in a van. How are we doing, though? Are we at least... We're at double chevron up from very underweight. We're going to get another HordeNight tonight. Let's get past 4 a.m. Let's get some of the snow on the ground. And where are we at? Weekends. Oh, we're not even tired yet. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Of course we are. Okay, then we can get out. Yeah, I'll drive again. I can always drive back because, of course, my van won't stall and give out on me. How many zombies have I killed so far? Now we're at over 1,000. Sad Nugget, thank you very much for the sub. Hope you have a cheerful day, Sad Nugget. Makes me a little bit forlorn just to read your name. Look, he's crawling in the dark. Maybe he listens to Hoobastank and he's taking it literally. Did anyone ever listen to Crawling in the Dark while they were crawling in the dark?
Hey there, Double A. Hope you're doing well today. I am off to work with my sponsee and hidden Double A meeting, then I'll be sure to catch up on some stream time.
Like a real double A meeting? Philosophy of Unity, thank you very much for the 7 months. I do appreciate that. And for my productively confusing name. Man, look at them overtaking my van. This does kind of remind me of that moment in The Walking Dead when they get the train, you know? Like the train of zombies and they need to hide from them. I think that they could flesh out the stealth mechanic a little bit more in this game if they wanted to. Like they did when they did the animations. But I think it could be even neater because stealth in zombies is just such a cool concept to explore. And I think not enough games have done it. And I think PZ, if they did it, it would be done very interestingly.
Happy
I thought that they were going to do it with
Caligula.
multiplayer. Hey, Did Fishies, thank you very much for the sub. Hang on a second, I gotta protect my back. Oop. Okay, there we go. Enough time to turn. We've come a long way though with our character, and I want to say that although like we're pretty much just shooting people now, look at how what a strong boy he is. Look at this stuff, guys. Man, big horde and a lot of gift subs too. Jeez Louise. Coroner, hey Coroner, how you think? How you doing? I meant to say, but how you thinking? Hang on a moment. I don't want to die when you give me gift subs. Thank you very much for the 5 and Crunch Slam Chest. What a satisfying name to read. Thank you very much for those 10 gift subs. Jesus Christ. I'm exploding with pleasure. Hang on a moment. I am in danger. Hey, Unit 360. Hey, Unit, how you doing? Hey, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits, Unit. Jesus Christ, that is a very large hype train. Ironically, I have a hype train as well as a train of the living dead at the same time. I should never have brought up trains because it causes too much excitement, and that actually, in fact, leads to something ruinous. Usually when there's this much excitement on the channel, I make a major mistake. I do. So, hang on a second. The lights have gone out again. Okay, I'm thinking that we've cleared out enough of Westpoint now that we're going to have access to all the cheese and cereal we like. Oh god, I just would have walked right into a horde right there. Well, fine, that's how it is. I have 14 boxes of shotgun shells on my back, and for some reason, I think it's going to work this time. We've got, we're going to pop the last of the beta blockers. There was one dynamic range system checkbox that we unchecked because apparently Brita's been updated to be like more difficult and realistic. Anyway, that is to say that like guns weren't super OP, but I was told by chat like I should turn it back on because like we did kind of set out the spawns so that it's hell whenever I try to go into a town. So I'm content with making Brita slightly stronger like as I was used to it. We do have a couple of police zombies here. But yeah, I figure like having shot thousands and thousands of shells, like I should be getting slightly better results here. So that was why I was just like, okay, this is fine. Like, I mean, I'm not going to die over yogurt. I am going to get to Louisville. That is, after all, the goal here. Anyway, I'm going to throw myself into Louisville and die. Like, I think that would be a successful end to this series. A death in Louisville, which was worth it. But if I want to get to Louisville, I've got to get all of the weapons and, you know, the food and the beta blockers out of Westpoint. And, well, we just can't do that without slightly better ranging systems implemented. So that's why we'll be doing it this way. Now, we do have a pharmacy in this town as well, and that should be a little bit easier to raid. Here we go. I've got 25. That always freaks me out when I open up that many shells. It's like I've unleashed ants out of my backpack or something, and I wasn't ready. Here we go, racket, and good. Okay, I mean, like, this is a marvelous amount of shooting experience to have, and yes, we deserve this. Very good. Now at least I can live out my dream of standing still and taking down. That's nice. Oh. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all at least turning into crawlers. I really do like the way that they've kind of changed up the whole crawler system, though, and them destroying the destructible objects. Like, there was something so immersive about seeing zombies crawl underneath a car, like start batting at a door, and then taking down the door and standing up to, like, come and eat me inside. It's just so very George Romero of this game. Like, there's no other game that's implemented so much zombie pathfinding and AI and, you know, like sandbox and cover system all at the same time. Without one of those AAA games that just uses, like, these cheesy exploits. Maybe Dead Rising is a game that comes close, like, in how much care and love they put into it. But that's Capcom, and Capcom is just on a different level than everybody else. Breaking Bad simulator. I don't see how we're Breaking Bad. I mean, we're... See, how are we? Well, we do have the beard. Walter White had the beard by the end. Right, let me get more cheese and cereal. To my giant... bell peppers? No, not really necessary. I can spend a little bit more time on these things. You know what? I'm just skipping right to dairy, though, I think. Except I think once I open up that store... Okay, canned peaches. I know we were in Georgia, but okay. Most of the time I've tried to get out of Georgia when I was in there. Dried kidney beet. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, look. Guests. Fortunately, they all came in from the left side. There we go. I think I got one behind me. Yep, we are totally out of beta blockers now. Phew, jeez. Can't get a word in. Okay, I don't know about you, but I think I have enough food to, like, satisfy my inner fat kid for many, many years. So I think I'm going to... Do you have a knife on you? No, you're good. I'm going to go ahead and get more beta blockers because look at how panicked this character is. He's just... Ooh, jeez. Yeah, if I get winded at all right now, I'm dead, so let's just handle that, and then we'll come back out. Okay, pharmacy. Smooth boy, slow down. Where is the pharmacy over here? This way. Yep, that's the blue glow of the pharmacy. Couldn't mistake it. I thought it was in the southern end, but that's the chain of stores. Okay, we'll go slow on the way in. Slow boy on the way in. And it looks like they're hanging out like a bunch of junkies at the pharmacy. CVS. I had a friend who played a prank on me once who tried to convince me that CVS stood for Charles Van Schwartz. And I bought it. It sounds legit, right? Like, wouldn't you think that if your friend told you, like, CVS was named after an obscure famous Dutchman? That seems sensible, right? Like, yeah, like, why else call it CVS? No, it's Consumer Valued Services. But I thought that it was Charles Van Schwartz. CVS does stand for something. If you don't know what CVS is, it's a pharmacy we have. I think some people don't have the privilege of having a CVS. Apparently, we also don't have a CVS either. Walgreens. Now, what I'm optimistic about is the fact that this pharmacy has only one entrance at the back. One entrance at the back, so we might be able to lead them along that wall, just like out and around the pharmacy. Nah, I think this one's just gonna be... This one's just kind of a toss-up. Yeah, we aren't gonna get that. Anyway, not anytime soon. We'll see if we could lead them away. But see, if I shoot from over here, I'm gonna lead them back into the pharmacy because of the way that the sound travels. They'll be en route via the pharmacy, is what I'm trying to say. Sardines. This is kind of turning into clear out, though. Like, look at all of that crap. You just give up. This is what hardcore 6 months later was like. Back when I would do it. Thank God we finally got a little bit more results with some of these Brita guns. But I think we can keep going back and forth between here and the grocery store. Yep. Here we go. Good grocery store. I wish to take your juicy innards out from within you. Clean up on aisle 3. Such an edgy comment. I don't want to die for a tomato. I'll die for 2 tomatoes. Okay, more lard. I will die for lard. Lard is worth dying for. Something so American about dying in a grocery store for the food inside. Okay, ooh. I'm willing to venture the broken glass. Let me out. I'm okay with a little bit of bleeding. It's fine. I didn't get lodged glass shards. It was far too unsafe to stay in there. I should have taken the glass out of the window. But here we find ourselves again. This is a good angle. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm out. All right, well, after eating all of that lard, I'm feeling like my life has improved so much. Look at our weight, it's rising. We might not be very underweight anymore so soon. We're clearly getting slightly more not out of shape, whatever that means. And our skills are kind of coming along, particularly aiming and reloading, just from all of the shooting we've been doing. I think I ate the magazine because the magazine is, like, after reading the magazine, it is ceremonial, where I come from, to devour it entirely. So we had that special moment for ourselves. I think I am going to sleep because I am tired. And now we're coming to HordeNight. I believe that this ticks on at like 10 p.m. Hopefully I will wake up before then. And it seems that I have. That is good. Here we go. Haven't you ever just looked at a book and thought, yeah, that belongs inside of me, like, and you had to eat it. Now, this really bothers me, the feeling a little sad, emoji, moodle, whatever you call it. Some people don't like the word moodle, but those people are full of moodles. No, I like moodle, and I'll keep saying it. I do believe that's the name for these things, the official thing. Moodlet. Whatever they are. Oh, we are running out of water. It's going to make us slower to loot. So that is not good because we want to be fast, obviously. So we do belong back in the grocery store, but now in particular, I think it's just that I thought it was stalling again, but it was just a bush. We are fine. Ooh, hydraulics again. Now it actually did just stall, though. Or was it because I bumped too much? I'm just going to boop you slightly on the snoot. There we go. A slight... There we go. Good. As long as this van doesn't get booped before we get to Louisville, we'll be good. Oh my god. Alright, I'm getting out. I am getting out. Now, we are going to be... Ooh. We're going to be going right out of the frying pan into the fire here, so... This is bad, is what I'm trying to say. We're going to have to do yet even more of that. And I'm also afraid that we might not get to the pharmacy until tomorrow. But by God, if we can get to the pharmacy before the next HordeNight, then that's going to get us to Louisville and get us to that adult club that I've been wanting to get us back to. For the whole time, really, that has been the amazing quest of this series. Ever since the beginning, that has been the goal all along. I've just been hiding it from all of you. To get from a van down by the river up to one of the most upscale premier clubs in all of Louisville, of course. Yeah. But here we are. Yet more, okay. How many snoots have I booped? I have booped 1,276 snoots now. If we can get to this very underweight by midnight, I do think that at the end of the day, your weight stops, like, processing. But I also feel like, I want to say that I've seen weight change in the middle of the day in Zomboid. Is it just, like, assessed how many calories you've eaten in the day at the end of the night? Yeah, the engine condition on my RV could be getting lower. Like, if I lose the van, God, it'll be like the end of that Jack London story where, like, he catches a bear but his son dies or something like that, you know? My kingdom for a van. It's a good thing that, and I don't want to say this idea because it would make the game a lot more frustrating, but it's a good thing that you don't trip over corpses because can you even imagine? Like, everyone would just be falling all over themselves. But that being said, zombies would have to trip over their own corpses too if they implemented that. It does bother me that you never see zombies fall, though, because, like, your character can fall over such innocuous threats. Well, I think it would be kind of realistic to see more zombies fall down, like, and just start stumbling. You know, like they're going through the woods, they trip over trees and stuff like that. One of them gets too fast. It's interesting how they have different, like, speeds of walking, though. I think 10 boxes should be enough to maybe get us through to that pharmacy. And maybe I could get some, like, antidepressants as well. Now that I'm so unhappy from eating all of that lard. It's just from one unhealthy substance into another. Lard. Antidepressants, which I become dependent upon. And then, like, after that, what are we missing? Here we go. Antidepressants, and then into beta blockers, which then then we have to take blood thinners, and then it's this whole cycle of spiraling health conditions. Is there a mod for that? For tripping over corpses? Or more zombies trip? Actually, I've not done that. You know who does a very good job with these things is Private Lime will, like, make the zombies just something totally different. Yes, Smooth Boy Lime. Smooth Boy Lime, as he's known at the club. But yes, he has like very interesting PZ playthroughs because he's done so many different challenges and he's like kept it fresh. I personally think it's a very neat way to play the game. Oh, there we go. Okay, I mean, like, even though that we're getting booped right now. Yeah, like the engine didn't stall out. That's what I've been looking for. Okay, 9:10 p.m. I swear, when we get this HordeNight, it's not even, ain't nothing but a G thing, in the words of, who said that? It's probably like Nick Cage or someone like this. Oh wait, no, it was 50 Cent. Wrong person. There we are. Good. I'm just so worried. Though, also, to remember and never forget, in this game, you can turn with 0 wheels. You can drive. You can be an excellent driver, pass your driver's test with none left on the car. Okay, our character's in very good condition. It seems as though the panic isn't setting in because I'm keeping them far away enough. Nope, it came back. But if I could just clear them out of this area. Oh, that was Snoop Dogg, my bad. I got mixed up. I was thinking that was off of Get Rich or Die Tryin', which, don't get me wrong, I love 50 Cent, but sometimes I can't understand what he's saying, and I like it, I like that even more, because I just fill in the blank with what I imagine that he's probably saying. Yeah, so, that's, and that's music. I did go through a pretty big 50 Cent phase, but it's been a while since I last listened to much of it. Wait, was it now? People are just misquoting. Somebody said it was Dr. Dre. Oh, God. Okay, yep, this is the indication that we're getting the HordeNight. So now, my HordeNight is set so that they spawn 75 whatevers from me, and it looks like 75 whatevers is pretty close. I thought that was like 75 cells, but that's clearly way too far away. Like, it would not be 75 cells. 75, let's call it feet away. And then they start coming in, and they come in from all directions. So I'm pretty sure that we just have like a big circle of zombies coming for us right now, which is actually quite terrifying. And I'm not sure if we're going to lose that icon until... Well, that's just for the day. I wonder if they, like, if they keep spawning in until I've killed a certain number. I have no idea how these mod programmers do it, but it's so neat. It's really cool if you could do these things when you have debug mode turned on, which is one of the reasons why it was really cool to run a server a while back. Like, I got to look at all the debug stuff while people were still playing the game. Hey, Toby, thank you very much for the sub. And Nalisex. I think I'm saying it wrong. Lossix? Sorry for butchering your name. 75 feet is about, yeah, well, probably not that. Whatever it is. 75 snoots, let's call it. Like, we'll use the military distance. They're being booped 75 snoots from us. No, not booped. Only 75 snoots away? No. I can't even believe it. That's so dangerous. Oh my god. Hang on a second. Jesus Christ. I don't want to stop the action, but we're being raided by my streaming idol and the one I love the most. We can't ever seem to take out hordes of this size. It's like, I feel like I'll never be good enough. I'll never be good enough. Now, I did used to have series like this where I had way too many zombies. But I also feel like combat is kind of the meaning of it all. Otherwise, what am I doing? I'm just kind of sitting by a lakeside, you know, playing with my Wii privately. Super Smash Brothers, Kirby's Epic Yarn, other great games that I play. Sitting there by the riverside all by my lonesome, reckoning the past, and, you know, getting nostalgic and all. But when I'm not doing that, I'm shooting all kinds of people who come in trying to sell me something from all over. And I'm just trying to get back to you. Isn't this so immersive with the, like, shotgun shells actually landing on the ground? Or, sorry, the casings. The casings. Not shells. Obviously not. Yeah. Sitting there by the river, eating books, and being entertained by it. It gets rid of my unhappiness, and, you know, I forget about all the melancholy, all the harsh things of this world when I sit there by the riverside and eat books. And that's what America means to me. So, I don't know, I wanted to just share that with all of you here on this here Thanksgiving. To speak in the American usage and vernacular. There is a lady chasing after me in her undergarments. And, well, I don't like that. I don't like that. I just pushed her to death. I just pushed her to death. Oh my gosh. Wow. Push. I just booped her on the snoot. Oh. My god, look at Santa Claus. Now, they did say that they were considering changing all of the zombies to looking like Santa on Christmas Day, but then I think that they said that they were afraid. This happened years back in Zomboid. They were afraid that it would cause tons of bugs and, like, community complaints, and then they would all have to work on Christmas Day, so I just thought that was it. Now, whenever I see the Zomboid Santa zombies, I'm simultaneously entertained, or let's just say amused and disappointed at once in the Indie Stone for not... I hope that they do it one day, after they've got more of the, like, stuff in the game handled, you know? It's kind of Minecraft-y, you know, like the Minecraft main screen, how they put, like, some seasonal message in there. Like, hey, everybody, it's Monday. And I'm like, oh my god, Minecraft, so relevant, you know? It is, indeed. Or whatever they have. It was back when those kind of Easter egg things in indie games were really cool and, like, common. You know how, like, for example, like in Neo Scavenger on the loading screen, they're like, there's no zombies in this game, but if you want them, check out Project Zomboid. And I'm like, what a great networker you are, Blue Bottle Games. Actually, the dev for Blue Bottle Games seems like a very good guy. I've had, like, pretty limited interactions, but when I first started my channel and I made, like, a very stupid video on Neo Scavenger, he was, like, very nice about it, too, and, like, very gracious. And, like, Neo was a pretty big game at that point, too. Like, he didn't have to do that, but it was very nice. So I always come back to Neo and just have fond, fuzzy memories of that game. Hear from Cotton, what's the plan in the playthrough? Well, we're trying to find beta blockers, but we can't get to the goddamn town because we now have spawned in a HordeNight, And I have so many mods on it once, but I thought I would have been dead by now. And it turns out that I just found so much ammunition that I'm good. Sitting here by the riverside. I still have 4. I have like 20 more boxes of these things left, I think. So I should be... ain't nothing but a G thing. But here we are. Here we are again. I think my RV is back there, but I honestly don't remember. It's 12:40 a.m. Okay, HordeNight is technically over. The Santa zombie had no pants on. What Santa would visit your house? I thought that was traditional Santa. Though, fun fact, Saint Nick was actually like a fighter. Like, he got into fist fights, I believe. Or he was a brawler or something like that? Like, I'm not talking about RimWorld traits. He was actually like... He was a violent man, I'm pretty sure. Like, wasn't that what he did? But he loved you, you know? But he was like a good violent man, I guess. Giving people presents after he punched them in the face. I can't remember, but yeah, there is totally a record. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, Saint Nick was not such a pacifist. Right? Wasn't he? Or am I just lying? Am I just fabricating things? Was this in a dream that I had? Been having some crazy dreams lately, speaking of which. Nothing that crazy, though. I'm pretty sure that's fact. No, this is part of the Santa Deep lore. Santa's real, guys. Well, he is real, but not the Coca-Cola Santa, you know what I mean? Like, sorry if I exposed the truth to you, if you didn't know yet. I think that happened to me when I was, like, in 3rd grade. My sister woke me up at, like, an extremely early hour of the morning. Like, because they had put the gifts out. And, like, I don't know, I'm trying to keep it a secret. Like, oh, maybe some of them still believe in Santa. Maybe some of you still believe in Santa. But yeah, I remember she woke me up at like 3 a.m. and we were just sitting there. I was very upset. She wouldn't let me go back to sleep because it's just like... I was just trying to describe the presents to me. My mom didn't want us to get up because it was 3 a.m. We had done it for the years before that. We were waiting. We were waiting. Yeah, it seems awfully relevant to get some Santa zombies. What do you mean, bro? Oh, you sound like my cousin who likes to troll me and give me a hard time. Hang on a second. I was in a good conversation. Actually, might get to see him again soon. Let's see. Whew, Jesus Christ. I mean, you knew we were going to have one video in the series like this where it was just like total freak out control. We've killed, I think, over 1,000 zombies in this video. That's quite a lot. Still kind of puzzles me how some people get up to like 200k, like 100k, 200k. It's crazy. There's so many around. Just so many. But here we are. Okay, so we're getting back to the Nintendo Wii, maybe in the supermarket, that we deserve. Reload. Maybe do it like one slug at a time, right? Slugs. What about the snail rounds? Oh god, I'm so full of puns. I apologize for this. I really, I can't help myself with the puns. They're just... Sometimes I just get so astronomically clever that even I can't begin to comprehend how I'm able to be this agile with my verbiage. And you can thank me for it by liking the subscribe button or whatever you do. Like the subscribe button and subscribe to the like button. Yeah, don't forget. Oh wait, no, we're on Twitch, so you can dislike it. You can't dislike or like a stream on Twitch. Kind of funny how that never really made its way into Twitch, you know? Like, so many other platforms you can like things. Wasn't that like, didn't that originally go back to Mark Zuckerberg? Like liking things? He was the first ever person to like something, right? Did likes exist before Facebook? Before that, no one had liked anything before? The world was a sad place full of gray, and no one really there was no love either. But now on Facebook, you can laugh at something, or you could like it, or you could deride it. I got off of Facebook. I find it's mostly just like pictures of people's kids. I don't know. Or like a video of their kids. And I can't do anything about it. Or just like a bunch of pictures of me. I couldn't handle it anymore. I didn't even know the people on my profile either. I didn't know any of the things I was seeing. I had a good phase with it though. I don't think it's bad. I think it's good for like events, stuff like that. Getting in touch with your high school, yeah, wherever it was. I just found the platform to be like too crowded after a while. I went back after a while. He discovered liking, yeah. Oh, so sorry, he didn't invent it. He was like Benjamin Franklin with electricity, right? He discovered likes. It was somewhere in like a cave in Panama, right? Yeah, only Zuck had the courage to... I believe that this is in the Facebook meta deep lore, right? Am I just fabricating things now? I do apologize for that. I thought maybe that was also a dream that I had. But here we go off again. Yes, I do believe that was a dream that I had. Well, I can't find my van, so now I'm just living
up, you cutie?
Down by the river. Hey, it's Nasco from the Indie Stone. I was just talking a lot of trash about you. No, we were asking about so many features, about things. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about Zomboid now with like the whole basements and the animals and you know everything that they're going to be adding because you work there. Hey, thank you very much for the sub, Nasco. Jesus Christ. Nasco got me back into content creation when I was just playing League of Legends a while back. Okay, we are actually getting queasy from being around so many corpses a while. Hope you're doing good, Nasco. Hope you're having a good American holiday over there in Great Britain. The Major Gaming, thank you very much for the sub. I don't remember where the van is. Is it forward or back? Or aft? How am I supposed to say it? Let's get the van and let's get the hell out of here because this place sucks. I mean, we got a lot better with everything, but am I going to die here? This would be a real... Oh, the van was this way. Yes, my chariot. My chariot. I just am going to kill one more before I get into that. Oh, you sweet, sweet van. Grab my van hand. This van is like the Samwise Gamgee reaching out his hand to my bloodied hand if I were Frodo. And that's nice. Okay, let's see if we're dead. We do have to get the van. Well, we don't have to do this, but I'm going to... Actually, this is not safe. Ooh. Will I survive? I will survive. Who doubted me? Haters. Ain't nothing but a G thing. Okay, I think that I made my point. I've killed like 3 million of them or whatever is the number, whatever is the kill count. Let's see if we miraculously saved the pharmacy. If we did and we managed to get... Don't worry, I'm not infected. It's just the being around so many corpses at once here. But if we did manage to get some beta blockers, some goddamn beta blockers, I will be so much happier. And it looks like we actually might get that, and I might... we might have a Thanksgiving miracle here. Please, oh God, have some beta blockers for me. Just give me everything out of here. Water bottles. Painkillers. Die. Burritos. No, not what I was looking for. This is not straight bussin'. Foundation makeup. Hairspray. God damn you. Give me the beta blockers. Oh, they must be in the back with the good stuff. Okay, now... I am quite sad. All right, well, we'll find a way to get them, and I think that will be... We'll be all stocked up, and we'll be sitting there by the riverside again for the next time. But I got to get my van and get the hell out of here. I actually think I'm going to leave it on a cliffhanger there. So hang on a moment. I'm legit too afraid to get back into... No, I'm not gonna. We're back in the van. The van that can. The van that can. And again, we could get into the van. I mean, that would basically be, like, some people have asked about, do the zombies get into the van if you get into the van? They don't actually get physically into the van, because, of course, they aren't capable of that. But at the same time, they will, where are we at? They will surround the van, and you'll basically be canned food when you do come back out into the real world. Ooh, that was a stall. Yeah, we can't really hit anything, which is, I think, the reason why I kind of need to leave this place behind. I mean, I'm going to Louisville, so I'm probably bound for a worse fate than this, but by God, I mean, I haven't played in Louisville extensively solo, and I really want to do it, so... Let's go ahead and do that, and I might do like a little bit of tying things together, and I might need to do some stealth boy stuff. But yeah, we're back on the normal weight, and we have guns, and we have weapons, and we have ammo, and we have a van, most importantly. And we're going to go back to the river. And I think that's a wrap. We'll leave it there. I'm just going to drive off into the... I pictured the snow to be falling here, but... We have snow on the ground, so that's good enough for me, and I also don't want to lose the wheels on this thing, and I am afraid.